What are we here to talk about today?
Well, we are here to gather a lot more content for you. But no, we are here to talk about the questions that our proofreaders asked in last week's proofreader session. We basically started having these sessions where Oytun and I sit with our proofreaders and answer any of their questions. And there are some questions where they ask us our favorite colors, but there are other questions where it is relevant to other proofreaders. So we are here to answer those. And you actually have a list of the questions, so feel free to ask me any of those.
Okay.
And I'll just answer.
Okay, well, so we'll jump in. Proofreader Casio asks, how do we use spell check in MotaWord projects?
MotaWord is a translation system that uses the full power of your browser. And that means that it also uses the spell check of your browser. Depending on what kind of browser you use, be it Chrome, be it Safari, be it Edge. It used to be Microsoft Internet Explorer. Now it's called Edge. MotaWord would basically use the spell check of your browser, and I would wholeheartedly recommend that you actually allow your spell check. Typos are a really serious mistake on our platform that we don't like seeing, and I know for a fact that our clients don't like seeing. What we are going to do is, in this article, for example, we'll probably put a link on how to install the spell check on every major browser, so that anybody who has a question like that, they can just click on the link, follow the prompts, and then afterwards ensure that their spell check functions perfectly on their browser. So yes, spell check is available on MotaWord. It is through the browser, and you can actually install it on your browser and use it on MotaWord.
Great. And Isabel asks, or maybe makes a suggestion, it would be a great idea to make the tone of the translation visible at all times in the translation platform, since this important information is usually lost in big style guides or does not appear there at all. Whenever this is not clear, sometimes text and context don't help. Proofreaders find both tones mixed and often spend more time than necessary amending something that could easily have been prevented. What are your thoughts on that?
Consistency and the style of translation are really important, and they change based on the needs of the client. So one of our clients, which is Iron Mountain, that is getting their HR or security documents translated through us, has a different tone of voice that they need in their translations, as opposed to, let's say, a gaming company like Electronic Arts that need their, more informal type of translations done. So we rely on the style guide that we prepare with the client in order to respect that tone of voice. Plus, we rely on the glossaries.
Laura asks, is there a way to improve the review page or to print it? It's sometimes hard to view the source document and the translated one and check that everything is okay. The characters are too small. Well, this sounds like a UI.
It is. And I remember answering this question during the meeting. And this is actually something that we also answer on Intercom when some proofreaders tell us, hey, they cannot see the review page. Let me first answer the first part of this question. Number one, there's absolutely no way to print the review page. We do not allow it for a very simple reason. It's our solemn promise to our clients that none of our translators or none of our contributors for anything, even our project managers, etc., they do not have a full copy of the documents to share, to do anything they want with. So printing is out of the question, copy pasting is out of the question. Those are the things that we don't allow. But as far as getting the review page seen, in certain projects, it is not totally necessary. For example, if the document that we are translating, if the content that we are translating is an Excel file, the preview page or the review page would be really short, really small, etc., and would be quite unnecessary because our translation editor would show those strings If the document that we are using, for example, is an Excel file, the document that we are translating is an Excel file, it is much preferable to use the translation management system of MotaWord, the translation editor, to review the whole project over and over again, because the Excel is not going to show you anything. It doesn't carry any stylistic inferences, etc. It basically would do a poorer job of showing you the content. And yes, it would be much smaller because we are trying to restrict ourselves to a one screen. So just using the translation editor is a better idea. For CSV files, for XLIF files, or for any kind of programmatic language files, the review page is actually not very useful. But if you are having a problem reviewing a Microsoft Word document or a PowerPoint document, yeah, then definitely, by all means, just go to Intercom, let us know. Sometimes there are errors and we'd love to get those fixed, but usually those are the type of errors we encounter less and less as our systems get more robust.
Great.
Well, I guess that was all three questions. We look forward to having the meeting this week, coming up with more questions and answering all of them. You can just leave a comment down at this blog, or you could actually just ask us your questions anytime you want by either joining the meetings that we hold for the proofreaders, or by very simply going on the MotaWord.com and asking your questions directly to one of our colleagues on our intercom. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.